Welcome back to another episode of Drinks with Drake. Today we are here with my main man Tim. Thanks for coming on today. AKA Turbo Tim, AKA the fastest ATSV driver in the world. Thanks for coming on.
Oh, all right. Thank you.
No problem. Today we are going to plug one of the ATSV items. This right here, why don't you go ahead and explain this, because I have no idea what this is.
That's a pillar pod. It holds a single gauge and your factory tweeter. This thing pops out. Okay. You can stick a tweeter in it and stick it back in there.
I think this is on this side.
Airbag still works, everything. It's for the sedan. We don't have one for a coupe yet. We're working on it.
We
also have one of those for a Camaro, which is close to the ATS coupe, but not close enough, apparently.
Badass. Okay, and the drink we have today, obviously you chose it. This is Drinks with Drake. This is a Bravazzi hard Italian soda, blood orange, naturally crafted for a fresh picked flavor.
You're not going to get hammered off this.
4.2.
Yeah, you're not going to get hammered on this, but it is good to just drink while just hanging out.
Just chilling.
It's nice and refreshing.
Okay, let's have a little of this. Let's do a little cheers action. Boom, cheers. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, no problem.
It tastes like an orange soda.
Yep.
Kind of tastes like a Sunkiss between a Sunkiss and what's that other orange stuff? Fanta?
Yeah, Fanta and all the other ones.
Do you just drink this by itself, or could you mix it with something?
I'm sure you can mix it with something.
So it would be pretty good with like some vodka or something.
Maybe. I just drink it just when you're chilling out, hot day in the sun. Not like today.
No. For those of you guys that don't know, it is about, how cold is it outside?
Oh man, it was like.
Can we get someone to check that? What's the weather out right now, Joe? We'll get the exact
14
measurements.
When I woke up this morning, but had a wind chill, so not fun.
It was bad yesterday.
14 with a wind chill of
-2. Tomorrow it's supposed to be -28.
Yeah, like fun. Like I live in Allendale, which is kind of country, so like today the roads were bad.
I might be sick tomorrow.
Like you don't have to be sick. You can just say, "Hey, there's a lot of sno and it's cold, and like I'm not gonna make it to work."
For those of you that don't know, Michigan is in a state of emergency today.
Yep.
So, but we are still here. Tyler, one of the race car drivers here, also in the marketing room, drove me to work today. So that was kind of nice. My Cadillac could not get out of the driveway. So.
Yeah, and another thing that a lot of people don't know is car batteries put out less juice the colder it is, and the people that don't know might find out today.
Yeah.
So, like, when it is this cold, you could go out to your car, and it might not turn over.
Yeah. For those people that did see your, your race car profile, your driver profile, you said that a couple states that you would like to be in if ZZP wasn't in Michigan, correct? What were those states?
Oh, Texas, Florida. I mean, somewhere more tropical. I mean, I love snowboarding, love it, but I hate getting out of my car and walking into work.
Yeah, days like today, I wish we were in Florida.
Yeah,
we actually have one of the marketing people, Kayla. She's in Florida. She was supposed to be back yesterday. Still down there, can't get home. Stuck
in Florida. I feel bad.
I feel terrible. So let's just jump right into it. Before ZZP, I mean, obviously you're what they call here a lifer. You'll be here for life.
Yeah, first employee. So yeah, I definitely hope to retire from here.
How long ago was this?
This is like right after September 11th. I got laid off September 11th and was unemployed for not too long. Zoom and I go way back. We used to race in Mexico. Yeah, we used to street race in Mexico.
Yeah,
where
Mexico.
It's legal there.
Yep.
But yeah, him and I used to go back and forth. I had my Turbo Eclipse, and he had his Grand Prix, first ZZP car.
Badass car back in the day.
Yeah, that was a nice car. I mean, it was a great way for like 40-somethings to sneak a mod car into the family.
Yeah.
Because it's just let's say a 2-door or 4-door nice car, but there's a supercharged 3800 under the hood that had a lot of potential.
Thing bangs under there, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
boom,
definitely.
Boom. Yep.
Definitely.
So that's pretty cool. I mean, obviously, like you got into it. What were you first doing when you first got into ZZP?
Oh, man. I remember Zoom was like, hey, I'd like to offer you a job, but I can't guarantee full time. And I was like, well, sounds good. You know, car performance company, just starting up. Zoom was a cool guy. The dude was like famous around town.
Yeah.
Like when you went to the bar, the DJ would like announce him entering. So he was a big deal back in the day. And
he's still a big deal now.
Yeah, it still is. He just doesn't go to the bar as much, you know. But
bar stars,
big dude, and very, very alpha, and everybody wants to be his friend.
Yeah,
basically. But yeah, so he offers me this job, and I was porting stock exhaust manifolds for the 3800 out of his garage with like a 110 air compressor. Like we were like welding them and then grinding them, and then we had to get bigger. And then, you know, ZZP started selling more and more stuff to where he's like, hey, you know, I want you to start shipping. So then shipping and customer service was my next job. So whenever I wasn't, you know, putting parts in boxes and shipping, I was on like answering the phones, you know, not really tech supporting too much in the beginning, but like upselling parts and big business like back then. That's moving, you know, we're on our like I think 4th building right now.
Yeah.
You know, and the first building I guess would be his house, and then the second building was an old small credit union.
Yeah.
That he was running a car audio shop out of. And then we went to our 2575 building, and now the 2450 building.
And hopefully sometime soon, an even bigger one.
Yeah. We need, I mean, right now I still think we have like
we have decent
3
space.
buildings.
Yeah.
We still have like 3 buildings like that we currently own and we're occupying. So hopefully in the near future, it's taken too long, but we'll hopefully get 1 building, sell off all the other buildings, and then just have 1 big building that everything is in.
Just a fortress.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool.
Like the dyno being in the same building would be amazing, so I don't have to drive
across the street. Yeah. That's crazy to me that's how it started off, because knowing Zoom now, he's not really a car guy. So were you like a car guy, like a real car guy before you met Zoom?
Oh, yeah.
What was your first bad boy car?
Zoom was a car guy, but he was like a few years older than me, to where he kind of like, he got more into the business side of cars, to where I stayed like hardcore car guy.
Right.
But my first, I've had a lot of cool cars. You know, I've had, you know, Firebirds and, you know, Mitsubishi Starion, and but I would say the biggest one I was known for is my 92 Mitsubishi Eclipse GSX.
That was your car.
2-liter turbo. Had every bolt-on, full engine, you know, full build engine, cams, valve springs, forged pistons, rods, big turbo. Works. It had everything.
What'd you do with it?
I just kind of street raced. You know, that was pretty much it back in the day. And it was kind of like one of the only fast 4-cylinders in town.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I went after all the, I would say medium guys, because, you know, you have the guys that are super fast that I would never stand a chance against. But I raced a lot of like high 10-second cars, you know, low 11-second cars, and won. Mm-hmm. I think I've only had a couple losses, but I've had like probably 50 big wins.
Yeah. Like
one of them was Matt Meekoff in his Corvette.
Matt Meekoff's a fast guy.
Yep. He had a centrifugal supercharged like mid-70s Corvette. It has like a Batmobile like body kit on it.
Yeah, I think does he still have it? I think he brought it in.
He still has it.
Yeah.
Yep. I lost to him on the street once, and then I lost to a couple other ones. But like,
do you think you lose to anybody else here anymore?
With that vehicle?
No, with the vehicle you have now.
Well, Meekoff now has, you know, he's always had, but his front wheel drive turbo Grand Prix, which ran like 860. I'm going to lose to that. I mean, even with the slicks, even him being front wheel drive, I mean, if him and the ATS-V versus that car, I'm going to lose. It's like 2,400 pounds, like 1,000 horsepower pretty much at the crank. I'm going to lose to that, but I think, I mean, we have Alan Mayo, customer Camaro. Yeah. He is 100th behind me. But that car,
Holy smokes.
Yeah. But that car, I think, has a little more potential than me. Like, I'm pretty sure that car's going to run 9s next time to the track. I'm hoping I can run 9s with mine, but that's going to be a struggle on the stock turbos.
Yeah.
But that's my goal. I should be able to pull it off. That car has always surprised me with a faster time than I predicted going to the track.
Well, that's what you want, though.
Every time.
Yeah.
Like when I first took the world record with my 1071, which I only won by like a couple hundredths myself.
A W is a W. A win's a win.
Yeah, with that was a surprise. My friend Drew invited me to
shout out Drew
strip, and he's got a fast Corvette, and I was like, yeah, sure, I'll go. Borrowed Steve's drag wheels from his ATSV, go to the track, 1071, and I'm like, holy crap.
Yeah.
You know, I was not expecting that. I was hoping to get 10.9. And then Steve took the record back.
Steve Hickman.
Yep. Steve
Shout
Hickman
out Steve.
took the record back. And then I went back to the track again just to kind of like hopefully get it back. But like I was just hoping to run quicker. I put meth on the car and then went back and then took the record back again by far. Like, you know, by real far.
Smoked them.
Yeah. And then now there's a fast auto guy, but he's an auto, so I think he's kind of tapped out. We'll see what happens with him, but I'm not too worried about him.
So you love your job here. You love what you do.
Well, of course. Of course.
This is like your dream job.
Yeah, like, 17 years of being here. I love it.
It's a long time. What's the day in the life of Turbo Tim like here? You wake up, you're always the first one here.
Yeah. Yeah, I like to work. So, I mean, even when we have snow days like today, I'm at work at the same time.
What time?
Like 7:15.
I don't have to be here till 9.
Yeah. Most people aren't here till 9.
Yeah.
But I get a lot done because I'm kind of a go-to guy. So I show up to work early.
You got the big boy office.
I get my remote tunes going. I get my customer service emails going. I get my I check orders to make sure that they're not stuck in our program that syncs the website with our inventory system. I do all that stuff, and then people start coming in, and then I have to start answering some questions and stuff. But I'm a little bit of the guidance counselor here too. So when people have problems, they can come talk to me. But yeah, it's fun. Customer service, tuning, remote tuning is my primary job, I suppose.
I could never do what you do. I got to become more of a car guy.
Yeah, you have to go full in.
Yeah,
like jump in heads first.
You got to dive in
first.
Well, one of the cooler things that I got to see you do this year was go to China.
Yeah,
that is pretty badass. We have our friends out there, Lung Gai.
Yep.
Shout out Nick and Sting.
Yep.
How was that experience?
That was a great time.
Loved it.
I think my favorite part of going there was the food.
Yeah, everybody was all suspect about you going there and eating the food, but it was pretty good, I heard.
The food was amazing.
Really?
Yeah, like the little dumpling things and noodles and like everything is great there.
Yeah.
Nick took care of us, pretty much chauffeured us around like he was our personal guide. Like,
what was his personal car?
He has a CT6, which is tuned by Matt, and I kind of played with it when I was there a little bit too. But it's a little 3-liter twin turbo all-wheel drive. Big body. Yeah. Big body car. Super, super nice.
Really? Mm-hmm. What was the tuning like there? And like, you gotta tell me the story about the dyno there. I heard that was a pretty crazy story.
Yeah, the dyno there was rough. It's not Lung Guy's dyno, so I can probably talk crap about it.
Yeah.
They were renting a dyno from a shop. I guess there was only 2 dynos in Shanghai.
Is that pretty rare to find only 2 dynos in like a certain area?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. So I mean,
like how many dynos are like busy in like the Midwest? Would you say like a ton?
Oh man, we have like probably 4 or 5 within a 25-mile circle.
Oh, really? So that's very rare. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's rare there for sure. Yeah, their dyno bay is tiny, smaller room than ours. Way less ventilation than ours. And you have to dyno with the doors closed because they have sound ordinances like you wouldn't believe.
Isn't it bad smog there too from all the cars?
Oh yeah, the smog looks like a foggy day every day.
Ugh.
Every day is a foggy day.
I could not deal with that.
All smog. After a week of being there, when I got home, I noticed I developed like a hack cough.
Ugh.
But I felt fine.
Yeah.
I just had like a half...
You had the smog cough.
It was totally that. Like, no wonder why they have the masks there.
Yeah.
And no wonder why they, all their cars there have engines, like, I don't want to say none, but, like, it is so rare. Like, after a week of being there, I saw, like, two V8 vehicles.
Really?
Yeah. Like,
is it like illegal to have, or is it just so hard to get?
They just tax the heck out of them.
Yeah.
And they just have really strict like sound emissions and taxes on engine size. So that's why the ATS 2-liter is huge there. We sell like, I mean, I'd hate to be wrong on the ratio, but like, let's say we sell 5 turbos here, we probably sold 50 to them.
Holy smokes.
Like, it's that ratio's probably not far off.
Yeah.
But, you know, if you want a mod car in China, like the 2-liter turbo is the way to go, and the Cadillac is the coolest car with a 2-liter turbo that I saw there, really. They had some Volkswagens that were pretty neat.
Yeah.
But that was about it.
They don't have the same Cadillac we have, though. They have the extended version, right?
Yeah, the ATS L, which is, I think, just a little longer and a little wider than ours.
Do you like that one?
Yeah, I like it. I mean, it would be a neat car. I don't know if I would choose it over the ATS here, because there's always the CTS.
Right. Now we're talking about CTSs.
Yeah.
Come
CTS.
Spring, your bad boy might have a CTS on his hands.
You better have an CTS.
I think that's more of a luxury car. I'm a big boy. I'll jump in that baby. Speed, luxury, that's me. Mm-hmm. So we'll see what happens in the spring.
All-wheel drive, 2-liter turbo.
Well,
perfect.
I'd be able to get out of my driveway today.
Yeah.
If I did.
You would.
I'd have to get some nice tires on it. Speaking of the spring, we got race season coming up. I've been asking all the race car guys what they got planned. Go ahead and elaborate on that for yourself.
Still racing Time Attack.
What is Time Attack?
Time Attack is where basically you get... It's pretty neat how they have it set up. Let's say, I'm going to make up some numbers. Let's say there's 150 cars there.
Yeah.
They'll split that up into like 4 or 5 groups. So you get called out to the track at multiple times a day in your group. Well, what's cool about it is there's classes. There's like Unlimited, there's Track Mod, there's Street Mod, there's Street, and then there's Street GT, which is like between Street Mod and Street. And so what's cool is you go out there and you like kind of qualify, let's say, to get a base time.
So which one do you race out of all those brackets, or do you race all of them?
I was in Street last year, the ATSV, and I'll be in Street again this year.
Okay.
So in that, they group you by how fast you are. So you could have a street car. Mm-hmm. If you have an amazing car and you're an amazing driver, you could have a street car in Group A, which is the first group, the fastest group.
Yeah.
That is possible. So what's cool is you can tell how good you're doing by what cars are in front and behind you.
Right.
Because they group you from like the fastest guy to the slowest guy.
Yeah.
So if you had, like last year in my ATSV when I was at Midwest, when I took second place, I had like cars with like huge splitters, full wide body kits, huge wings that are as high as the roof of the car, like track mod cars.
Like a sick car.
Yeah,
like Fast and the Furious cars. You're seeing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like in front, like multiple of them in front of me, multiple of them behind me. So it's like you can tell you're fast based on what the cars look like.
Yeah.
And then, you know, obviously this also goes in the other direction to where if you're not doing well, you'll see more stock-looking cars in front and behind you.
What do they call those? Hoopties?
No, there are no hoopties there.
Are you sure?
All the cars are cool, all of them. Some people are just afraid to drive fast. Some people
sometimes you just got to cut her loose. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can't be afraid to go fast. But so yeah, you get called out in your group. Like let's say you're in Group B or C or something like that, and they'll call you to grid. You all line up from the fastest guy in your group to the slowest guy in your group, and then you go out and they space you to where technically if you all go hard and you're all running similar times to what you were before, nobody will end up passing each other.
Right.
If you get a really good lap, you might end up passing somebody. So, but that's basically it. So you're going out on track. It is not wheel to wheel. You are just racing for the fastest lap time.
That's kind of nice.
So technically, like let's say you get lucky and you run your fastest lap on the first session out, first day, you might race the whole weekend to not even better yourself. I don't know if that ever happens, but it's possible.
Yeah, because I mean, who really lets it loose in the first run if you know you got multiple runs?
I mean, you try.
Yeah.
You try, but like, the only way you're really going to potentially do that is if you're going to your home track.
Yeah.
Like if I went to Gingerman, I mean,
that's your home track.
Yeah.
So you're a road course guy.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I drag race as well. I mean, that's what I came from. But Ryan Derrick here introduced me to road course racing, and it was like an immediate, like, you know, an immediate like heroin needle in your arm.
Like love at first sight.
Just like, yeah, like
You're
I just
addicted
love
now.
and I'm addicted. And
Yeah.
now I spend all my money on racing road course.
So you don't do drag as much then?
Drag
racing.
Not as much. I definitely very rarely do the Mexico racing.
Yeah.
Very rarely.
I was thinking about getting into the Mexico racing.
You probably shouldn't.
No?
If you have a good driving record, you might not want to get into it because you can get in big trouble.
I got no strikes on my record. Now if I start, I get a couple. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you might be able to get one here and there.
Yeah.
But drag racing ticket's pretty ugly. It's like an immediate like reckless driving, and you pretty much are going to lose your driver license. I may or may not know about that.
Yeah. Well, what is the event you're looking forward to the most then out of all like those road course events? I know the other one
the
you
whole
said.
Grid Life series.
Yeah.
So
but is there
like,
anything off Grid Life that you like really enjoy?
I do some autocrosses with Noah. And I do the autocrosses at like, you know, the Grattan autocross is a really good one because they just throw a couple cones on that track. And I believe that track is maybe designed around a motorcycle racing track. It's a very different design compared to the other tracks.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of ups and downs and a lot of unique corners to where I pretty much don't miss the Grattan days. But there's also like the open track nights, you know, to where it's way cheaper to race. Yeah. It's after work. Like you leave work a little early, drive there and you race. I enjoy those. Those are always just warm-ups for, you know, the time attack races for me.
Yeah.
You know, I need to do a couple of those before Midwest so I can hopefully, you know, do well competing in that again too.
I always like to end this with this question. What's your favorite part about ZZP? You're obviously here the longest out of anybody else, so you should have a pretty good reason why you like it.
Yeah,
or else I don't know why you'd be here for 17 years.
Yeah, I love working racing with my friends and family here. I guess would be my best way to say it.
Yeah.
Because this is not a normal job. I had normal jobs before. You know, this is not a normal job. Like you are fighting with and like you're fighting with your family. Yeah. You're hanging out with your family. Our Christmas parties are amazing.
Can't wait. I had that planned for this weekend.
Yeah, our Tail of the Dragon event that we go to. I mean, we do a lot of very fun stuff here. This is like, it's working with your friends and family. You know, we all love and hate each other on the same day sometimes.
Everybody can be completely different here, which is pretty cool too. Nobody is similar, and everybody is wild. Yeah, and everybody's is pushed to be themselves. Yeah. You know, if you're unique, you are not like they don't try to dial you back. No. Like it's like, can you imagine if they try to dial me back here?
It would be boring. It would be boring.
It'd
be boring if they dialed everybody back. We need everybody. We need everybody hyped.
It's a great energy here. Mm-hmm. It's a great vibe. Well, Tim, I appreciate you coming on today. Thank you. We'll definitely have you guys have Tim back on. But yeah, check us out next week.
Cool.